put under this camera, and then I will be with you momentarily. And there we go. So today's review is not so much regarding the Modala Hotel, which is an excellent choice if you're going to be in the Panglao Doljo area, Doljo. The hotel is immaculate clean. The rooms are spectacular. Well, today's review, and the hotel staff they're all professionally trained and college educated. So in as far as the hotel, Modala Hotel itself, it's an excellent choice, and it's a reasonably priced hotel for this area where I live. And in Doljo, Dragon Head is the name of the area that we live in, Dragon Head, Panglao. For a hotel on the beach, it's half or less than half price of the Bellevue. However, the Bellevue is a little bit set up differently, and the Bellevue has many more rooms with a view of the ocean. So you're going to have to decide what you want. Do you want to have a hotel room on a white sand beach? Because the Bellevue will give you that, and so will the Modala. However, if you'll notice in the title of this video, it says Agoda.com would be my last choice to book a room with. Of all the different booking agents, you have Trip.com, TripAdvisor. Agoda would be my last, because twice I booked with Agoda. Twice the pictures and the room map layout was completely different than what I got. Twice I paid full price for views of the ocean. Twice with Agoda.com, I didn't get a view of the ocean. Twice I paid twice what the room was worth that I did get, and twice when I wanted a refund, I got no refund twice. That's what today's review is more about. Agoda.com, and now I'm going to show you pictures that Agoda.com has on their map that are not actual pictures. It's not CGI, it's artists' renderings of what the hotel, the Modala more specifically, is going to look like when it's done. But it is done. It's done. Okay, it was done 3 years ago. But the artist renderings are CGI of what the pictures of the hotel are the artist's renderings of what it was supposed to look like when it was finished. But it doesn't look like that. And I have video, drone video, to prove that. But my main point is that Agoda.com, if you go to Agoda.com right now, we're going to go there. I'm going to show this to you. It says one room at the Modala Hotel. One room is left. Book now. Well, when I rented at the end of the Boracay at the end of Bohol, it said one room is left, and I rented it. And it wasn't the room. I paid twice what the room was worth. It had no view of the ocean, and there was no refund. When I rented a room at the Costa Bella Hotel, it said the same exact thing. Twice what the room was worth, but I didn't rent it from Agoda. Agoda wanted like $190 for the room, but I went to the hotel and paid $110. Either way, the review of the hotel said the room had a view of the ocean, but it was 10 o'clock at night when I signed in, and it was dark. And when I looked out my window in the morning, I could see an 18-foot high concrete wall with broken bottles on top of the wall. So if there was a view of the ocean, it was on the other side of that wall before they built the wall. But there was never a view of the ocean. So Agoda.com is basically SHAM's ShamWow. ShamWow. Remember the old ShamWow? commercials in the 80s. That's, to me, that's what Agoda represents. So I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to show you options in this general area. And then I'm going to go to the Agoda, the website, and show you what Agoda says the hotel looks like, but the hotel does not look like that. There is a pool, but it's not a huge pool that the artist rendering CGI shows you. There is a pool. It says there's a buffet, but it's just a person serving eggs and some of those red frankfurters or red frankfurters and red sausages, and I wouldn't eat the buffet. I mean, I guess I would if I stayed at the hotel, but it's not like the buffet that you have at the Henin. The Henin has 185 choices. Not all of them are good. Some of them are not good at all, but a lot of it is good. But so when it says buffet at the Modala, it's a completely different thing than the buffet at the Bellevue. However, the buffet at the Modala is part of the package of the room because I can't find a separate price for that. And the buffet at the Bellevue is $22 US. And I don't know if you want to pay $22 for a buffet, but that would be up to you. But 80% of the food at the Bellevue is delicious, and 20% is not worth eating. So, the bacon, for instance, you would think in a country that just sells billions of pounds, billions of pounds of hogs, that they'd be able to make bacon that tasted good. They can't. They fry the bacon up in its own grease, and then they leave it set in the grease all day, or however long the buffet is there. I will not eat at the Bellevue again because of several meals like that, but that's your choice. If you want greasy bacon that's been sitting in bacon fat for the last 4 hours, the Bellevue is your choice. I would not eat a buffet at the Bellevue again. But the pizza there, you take the pizza. If there's a way to give it to somebody else, I would do that. But I would not eat the buffet at the Bellevue. But that's the false advertising that today's video is about. So let's turn this camera around. I would eat at the Henin breakfast buffet, and I would eat at the Henin dinner buffet, but I would not eat at any other buffet in Bohol other than the Henin. So there is a difference. And when I mentioned some of those things to the management, they said, yes, sir. And there was no cheese. The cheese kept disappearing and there was no cheese. You know how I like cheese. This goes back to when I was a child. I like cheese. And the cheese platter was always empty every time I went up there. That was disheartening. $22 and there was no cheese. Give me a break. So let's go over to the, let me open up, let's turn this around. And let's get that map up there. That's the, now as you can see, this area here is called Dolho. And this, now it only shows you about 20 options to rent hotel rooms. The 14,000 that's for the Bellevue Hotel. That's $300 per night. Right now, $300 a night. And you'd be lucky to get a room now. Starting next week in November, you'd be lucky to get a room. I don't think you're going to get a room there now. You're not going to get a room at the Modala. Those are all booked up. Anything after November 15th. Just a week or so before Thanksgiving, everything is booked up until mid-January. But you don't have to worry about that because right across the street are small, dozens and dozens and dozens of small resorts at only $80 a night here, and the Bellevue was $300 a night. The Modala, or the Red Palm Resort, the Red Palm Resort is a very, very tiny little location right down the block from the Modala. It's only $30 a night. And then there is the Modala Beach at about $130 a night. Now, see this pool here? This is the artist's rendering of what the hotel would have looked like when it was done from 5 years ago. They've not changed this picture on their website. They do have a pool. It's a spectacular infinity pool that overlooks the ocean, but it's not configured like this at all. So this pool is at the Modala Resort. There's a Mo'ato Resort next door, which is part of the same complex. And there is a great lawn. So a lot of people get these mixed up. So let me go to my comments. This is a fella that did a great review on the Modala Beach Resort. He had a drone. He did the review of the mangroves. He took a kayak out to the point, to Dragon Head Point, and he had a drone and was allowed somehow to drone the property, which I find really interesting. But he did a great review on the Modala. And he, at some point, he shows you the breakfast buffet, which is, it's a very basic buffet. The red sausages. This is the part. This is the part that's really interesting. This red sausages. He's gonna. I don't eat the red frankfurters or the red sausages because it's. I don't know what's in it exactly. I never could figure that out. So let's take a look at his review. We're gonna skip that ad now. Let's find that. I had it here before. It's gone. I'll leave the link in the description box for this fella's review. He did a great review on the Modala. Apparently he's very good at editing too. So this is the breakfast buffet. It's a very basic breakfast buffet, but I don't know that you can just walk in off the street. There's no way to find it on the website. I can't find it. So let's, anyway, it's a very basic menu with a lot of the red frankfurters and the red sausages and some kind of red cake. I'm not real sure what. I wouldn't be something I would eat. Too much red, food dye number 6. So let's, this is the hotel. But this is a rendering of what the hotel was supposed to look like. And let's go over here. This one here is agoda.com. Now, again, this is not what the pool looks like. This is not the way the pool is set up. And this is what I mean about Agoda false advertising. The pool is not this set up like this. It's an infinity pool backed up against the ocean. So it's a completely different type of layout, and they're using renderings that are 6 and 7 years old. And that's something that I could not find. That little view there. This is. I could not find this pool, and I was there yesterday. And if you'll notice over here, you have to look through the hotel to see the ocean. So that's why I couldn't see this pool. So it does have a pool, but there is a pool along the ocean. So it's confusing even for me. I'm going to have to go back there and walk around on the property, because what they show you here is not what I've seen. I've seen the infinity pool. So let's close that window out. Now, the Modala prices are $130 a night. Those are good prices for this white sand beach. And it is, in fact, a white sand beach, and I will show you that momentarily. I'm not real concerned about, well, let's go here for a minute. Let's close out this. Well, we'll leave that, move that over there. Let's go over here. Let's go. I'll open this up, and I'll show you the white sand beach. Originally, this whole area here, everything that you see here was supposed to be a pool. Agoda.com had this area as a pool with ocean views, but you cannot see the ocean from the Moado, M-O-A-D-O, M-O-A, oh, that's Moato, M-O-A-T-O, Moato. This is the Moato Resort, which is part of the Modala Resort. Well, let's just go over here. I'll show you. Here is Moado, M-O-A-D-T-O. This is the Moato Resort, next door to the Modala. Agoda.com had this whole area here as a pool, but it's not a pool. It's a water fountains now, and at night they have a discotheque here. This is a water fountain, and at night they have disco music on the weekends during season, and there's a great lawn, but there's no pool. So Agoda just took this off their website within the last few months, because this was set up as a pool on Agoda.com, which is false advertising. In addition to the false advertising on Agoda.com, it says that all of these rooms are ocean view, all the rooms at the top. Well, the ocean is behind where the drone is. So this is the ocean behind where the drone is. I'm going to turn the drone around now. So this is the ocean behind the drone. This is okay, so we are where the pool should have been to the ocean. And now in about 30 seconds, we're going to be over the ocean. So those rooms that you see here, if you walk out on a balcony, if you walk out on this balcony here, if you walk out on the balcony, you look down the Great Lawn and over the water fountain, you can see the ocean. But Agoda books those rooms as ocean view rooms. But there's, from your bedroom, from your area that you rent a room in, all you can see is a door and a window, and a door and a window over here on this side of the hotel. There is no ocean view in this section, but Agoda books it as ocean view. And yes, if you walk on the balcony, you could see the ocean. But you have to walk outside and then look down to the ocean. So Agoda is just false advertising right across the board. Now, let me talk to you. Hey, Louis Pagan Pounce, now I can see the comments. I don't know why they weren't showing up before. Now I can see the... Mike, hey, how are you? I'm doing good, Louis. The Bellevue, I know, has a great view of cinder block adorned walls. That is true on one side of the Bellevue, Louis. On one side of the Bellevue, there is just a concrete wall with broken glass bottles on the top. I'll show you that sometime. Let's take a look. Let's get over to, let's get over there. Let's get over to the, let's see, let's open this up. Let's open this up. Let's open this up. Let's open this up. Let's open up this. Let's go here. Live stream. Let's open. Oh, wait a second. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's open that up. Okay, and then let's go here. I have a lot of going and coming back on this one over here. Let's go find Lewis's comments, and we'll talk about Lewis's comments. Lewis says, dude, I love cheese as well. Smoked Gouda, mozzarella, Swiss, and pepper jack. Oh, Scott asked me just yesterday, what is one of my favorite cheeses? Pepper jack is one of my favorite cheeses. Cherry pepper shooters stuffed with provolone and braciute, garlic stuffed olives, garlic pickles, you name it. Yeah. You won't see any of that stuff here. You won't see any of that stuff here. I love cheese more than a rat, says Lewis. I have a video to send. I have a video to send out to my friends, private video, talking about rats. And Lewis, thank you for stopping by. Thanks very much. Yes, smoked Gouda. I haven't seen a smoked Gouda in 12 years. I haven't seen any mozzarella. Well, the real mutz in water, I haven't seen that. Swiss cheese in the Philippines, it's just white. It's something that's white with holes in it, but it has no flavor at all. Swiss is bland enough without being made in the Philippines. It's worthless and it's expensive. To give you a for instance of the price of cheese, Lewis, the 2 kilos? 5 kilos. 5 kilos of mozzarella, and I'm talking low-end, low-quality mozzarella, is $50. So that's $10 a pound. Excuse me, $5 a pound you can buy it for, but it's not worth. I will never buy another block of mozzarella here in the Philippines. The cheese here is just not good. So, but thanks for the memories, Lewis. Thanks for stopping by as well. So, what I wanted to show you is some of the artists' renderings and then how Agoda falsely advertises these. Now, another thing about Agoda prices is if we were to go here, I don't know about the Bellevue, but I do know that a lot of these other places, like when I paid 7,000 pesos per night for a room out at the Anda Boracay Hotel, I could have rented that same room for 3,500 pesos in person. And when it said there was only one room left, that's not true either. There were no views of the ocean, but there were other rooms for 3,500 pesos, and I paid 7,000 pesos for a room with no view. I paid 7,000 pesos for a 3,500 peso price. Agoda.com is just a sham wow from the get-go. Just don't bother. Try another one. Try somebody else. Okay, so find hotels in the Philippines. That was something I looked for. If you wanted to sign in to a hotel, if you can figure out how to use their website, not all that difficult. If you search rooms for adults, let's go here, check-in date, check-in. Okay, let's say you wanted to check in on November. You're not going to get a room in Dolho in November. I don't think you will. Let's say November 18th. Okay? For 2 adults, 1 room, search. Okay, well, I looked before. You're not going to find a room at the Bellevue or Modala in November. Two consecutive days, anytime after the 18th or the 20th. Let's try it again. Okay. Let's try it again. November 7th. Let's try November 7th. Tuesday, November 7th to November 8th. November 8th update. And let's find out if there's a room. We have no rooms available. So even after the first week for Modala and the Bellevue, you're not. But it is possible to get a room right across the street for about $60. There's lots of little places right across the street. So if you come here and you want to be in this area and use their beach and rent their kayaks or go out on their boat, there's hundreds, if not many more than hundreds, of rooms right across the street. So let's close that window out. Let's see what else. We have agoda.com again. You're not going to get a room here after, well, it looks like November 7th now. And that's next week. I'm going to close this out. And again, this view here of this pool doesn't exist. It doesn't even exist. But they're still using pictures of artists' renderings from 6 years ago. That's Agoda. And it's not fair to the customers because those rooms don't exist. Now, here, this is what I mean. See this? It says the rooms are 14,000 pesos. They're not. They're 6,000 pesos. And then it will say there's just one left. That's not true. This is the part of Agoda that's not true. I was in Modala Resort yesterday, most of the day, visiting a friend of mine. The hotel had about 15 rooms, is what the counter person said booked up. So it says on their site for today, there's one room left, but there's really 60 plus rooms, 70 plus rooms left. That's Agoda.com's false advertising. They're trying to get you to book it, which is their business. But their business should be telling you the truth. And Agoda.com does not tell you the truth about anything. It says refunds available. I booked twice with Agoda, and I never got a refund. I never got what I paid for. I never got what was the picture of the room I paid for. And they would tell you to talk to the owner of the hotel or the property manager, and the property manager tells you to talk to Agoda, and then your vacation is over, and I never got a refund. I never got the room I paid for. I talked to the property manager. He got drunk, couldn't answer my questions. As I was talking to him, he got drunk out at end of the Boracay, and never got a refund. Never got a refund from Agoda. I would never do business with Agoda. That's today's theme. Do not book with Agoda.com. Period. Try somebody else. Now, if you go, my suggestion is to go to the hotel that you want to book. I don't care what hotel it is. Go there and look at the room. Walk into the room. Now, at Modala and the Bellevue, you know the aircon's going to work. That's not a problem. But if it says ocean view, does it mean ocean view from your outside? There is no ocean view in the rooms, most of the rooms that say ocean view. You have to walk outside your hotel room and then look down to the left or to the right, depending on what side of the Great Hall you're on. And you have to look down, and it's quite a distance. It might be 300 feet away, 400 feet away. So ocean view is ocean view. That's true. But you might not be able to see the ocean from your room. But if you're paying $150, $200, $250, $300 a night, and you want ocean view, and you got to walk outside to see the ocean, That's different than seeing the ocean with an ocean view. Ocean view is ocean view, like Gomez Adams. Old business is old business. New business is new business. Ocean view is ocean view. Ocean view is not ocean view if you can't see the ocean. That's true. Okay, and I'm about ready to wrap this up. So if you got, I'm not interested in any questions at all. I'm not interested in questions. Thanks very much. Unless I know who you are and you have been a long-term subscriber to my channel and support my channel, I'm not interested in your questions. Okay, so I'm not here for you to ask arbitrary questions from somebody I don't know that's never coming here, never going to come here, just feel like chatting online. Chat with someone else. Thank you very much. Or support the channel. Or chat with somebody else. Those are your options. I am the only person recently putting out any content. And you people don't appreciate it in the form of monetary thank yous. So I don't really want to spend any time answering your foolish questions. Or even if they're not foolish. I didn't spend all this money on equipment, drones, towers, these things called towers, phones, drives, screens, so that you could sit here and say, what is the price of a hotel in you want to know what the price of a hotel in February is? Go to agoda.com. Try that. Try your luck. Okay, so let's go back over here. And then let's go. We're going to close that window out. And then we're going to go over here. You people are too lazy to push the thumbs up button. And you want me to sit here and answer your questions? I suggest you come to the Philippines and knock on the door of the Modala Hotel. All right, so then we have nobody push the thumbs up, and that's how much I love you too. And we're going to say goodbye. I'm going to go take breakfast, and I'm being Permy from the Philippines. Baby Lewis, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the comments. So we have a conspiracy not to say anything to Michael Thomas Fazio. And we have a conspiracy not to push the thumbs up. And we have you people can eat plaster of Paris dust and go bark at the moon for all I care. I give you content that no one else gives you, and you don't have the courtesy to push the thumbs up button. I'll just remove the comments altogether. I don't care. I never cared, and I'm never gonna care. I'm being Permy from the Philippines, baby. That's right. And of course, wrong button. I'm Pink Permy means take care always. Bye-bye for now.